Okay, in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to add fractions. So, first things you got to know about fractions is that you got two parts of a fraction. The top part, the numerator, a line, and then the bottom part, the denominator. Okay, so the first part we're going to talk about is how to add fractions with like denominators. That means the bottom number is the same of the fractions that you're trying to add. So you want to check the denominators of each fractions, the bottom numbers, and if they're the same, then you're dealing with fractions with the same denominator. So those are the easiest by far to add. So an example is 1 over 4 plus 2 over 4. They both have 4 as the same denominator. Or 3 over 8 plus 2 over 8 plus 4 over 8. They both have 8 as the denominator. And what you're going to do is basically add the top numbers. If they have the same denominator, you're going to add the top numbers and then keep the same denominator. So you're going to add the top numbers, 1 plus 2, and then keep the same denominator, which would be 4. So that would be 3 over 4. Then the second 3 eighths plus 2 eighths plus 4 eighths, you're going to keep the same denominator again. So 8 is going to stay the same, and you're going to add 3 plus 2 plus 4. So that's going to be 9 eighths, or 1 1/8. Okay. If they have the same bottom numbers, you're going to add up all the numerators, all the top numbers, and keep the same denominator. So here's a good example. 1/4 plus 2/4, you're going to add 1 and 2, and it's going to give you 3/4. 3 eighths plus 2 eighths plus 4 eighths, you're going to add 3 plus 2 plus 4, and that's going to give you 9 eighths. Okay, and then the last part, once you've added the numerators and kept the same denominator, then you're going to simplify the fraction. So if the numerator's ever greater than the denominator, that, like in this case 9 eighths, that's when you're going to simplify it, and you're going to simplify it to 1 1/8, because 8 eighths is 1, so that's where you get the 1, and then there's 1 left over because it's 9, and then that's where you get 1 1/8. If the numerator is bigger than the denominator, that means we can take out at least one whole number, divide the top number by the bottom number, and take the remainder. So 8 divided by 9, 8 goes into 9 one time. That's where we get the 1, and then there's 1 left over. 9 minus 8 is 1. We get the 1 left over. So that's how to add fractions with the same denominator. Now I'm going to show you how to add fractions with different denominators. So in this example, we have 1/3 plus 3/5. This one has 3 as the denominator, this one has 5, so they're different. 2/7 plus 2/14. So what we want to do is basically, there's really no way to add numbers with unlike denominators. What you have to do is first make the denominators the same, and then you can add them together. So 1/3 plus 3/5, we're going to make these the same, and the smallest number that we can make them that they'll be the same is 15. 3 times 5 is 15, and 5 times 3 is 15. Okay, so then we can both get 15. For this example, the smallest that we can make them where they'll be the same is 14. 7 times 2 is 14, and then this one's already 14, so we can leave it the same. So if we're going to change these to 15, we also have to change the numerators as well. So to get 15, we're going to do 3 times 5 is 15, and then since we did 3 times 5, we also have to do the top times 5. So then we have to do 1 times 5. So we get 5 over 15. And now, in order to make this one 15, we're going to have to do times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. And then if we multiply this by times 3, then we have to multiply the top times 3. So 3 times 3 would be 9. And then we have to do the same over here. So to get 14, we have to do 7 times 2 to get us 14. And then we have to do 2 times 2, which will give us 4 14ths. So Multiply the first one to get 15. We got 5 over 15 because we multiplied them both times 5. 1 times 5 is 5. 3 times 5 is 15. Now we have to get 15 out of the second one. So we have to multiply 5 times 3 to get 15. And then 5 times 3, 15. 3 times 3 as well to get 9. So 9 over 15. And the same on the right. So now that they have the same denominator, like in the previous example, now we can do the exact same thing and add them together. So we keep the same denominator and we add the top numbers. So it's going to give us 14 over 15. This one's going to give us 4 plus 2, 6 over 14. Okay, so add the top, 14, add the bottom, 6. It's going to give us 14 15ths and 6 14ths. And then now we can simplify. So we can't simplify 14 over 15. That's just 14 over 15. But we can simplify 6 over 14. We can divide them both by 2. See, whatever you do to the top, you have to do to the bottom. If we want to get these up to 15, we have to multiply the top by, say, 5, for example. We got to multiply the bottom by 5, for example. We want to simplify this. We divided the top by 2. Then we have to divide the bottom by 2. So we get 6 divided by 2 is 3. 14 divided by 2 is 7. And that's how you add together fractions. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.